Hi everyone, welcome again on my channel. Today we will see our next topic in this video series, that is outline agreements, and we will focus in this specific to the second part of outline agreement, that is scheduling agreements in SAP material management. First, what is agreement? That we already have seen in contracts video where I have covered in previous video, but we will just go through it once. So it will be the just kind of revision. So outline agreement, as we know, it's some type of agreement between purchase organization or company and supplier or vendor regarding the supply of goods or material or some sort of services according to the certain predefined conditions for certain time frame. And we also have seen outline agreements and its type. So we already have cover contracts and two type of contract, that is quantity contract and value contract. Today we will focus on scheduling agreements. So first, what is exactly an scheduling agreement? So scheduling agreement, as we know, we have contract. So in contract we just define either value or either quantity for how much we want, but there is no certain predefined time frame we want. We whenever we want, we go through the purchase order and that process flow, but scheduling agreement give us an flexibility where we can define time frame prior. So a scheduling agreement is a form of outline purchase agreement under which materials are procured on a predefined dates within a certain time period. Also, delivery of total quantity of material specified in a scheduling agreement item is spread over a certain time frame in a delivery schedule, which consists of scheduling lines or lines indicating the individual quantity with their corresponding planned delivery days. So what exactly happened? Although we define contract for certain period, but after that we define scheduling lines under scheduling agreement, and that we define prior, and we send it to the supplier like on XYZ date I want this much quantity. So that flexibility we get in scheduling agreement. So vendor can issue confirmation for the relevant purchasing organization indicating their compliance or non-compliance with scheduling delivery date. So once company or purchasing organization sent a scheduling agreement to vendor, he confirm return to the purchasing organization or company that whether he can provide, that is compliance, or whether he cannot provide according to the scheduling delivery dates. Then why we need exactly scheduling agreement? We have purchase order, we have contracts, then why scheduling agreement? So with purchase order, we cannot define every time. We have to define like purchase order, then it will go to the supplier and then supplier will acknowledge and all things. But with scheduling agreement we get an flexibility where we can predefine our requirement, and also we can define time frame with scheduling agreement, and under same agreement we just add scheduling lines, so it removes your purchase order. With the scheduling lines itself, you can create your goods receipt, that is your GR. So no need to create PO and all. So scheduling agreement can shorten the processing time and reduce the amount of paperwork you are faced with. One delivery schedule can replace the large number of discrete purchase order or contract release orders. Also, inventories can be reduced to minimum because with scheduling line agreement, you can define material dates exactly when you want that material. So in that way, you can reduce your inventory cost. So let's say tomorrow you want material. So with scheduling agreement, you can schedule prior and inform vendor that yes, I want that material on XYZ date, and vendor might deliver you material today and you want tomorrow. But yeah, you have to define that scheduling line prior, maybe 2 3 weeks back, or depending on vendor and your terms, how you decide, like how early vendor want that scheduling lines to be scheduled. Then supplier requires shorten lead time. So as you ask supplier like minimum quantities, so although you have, let's say, defined scheduling agreement for 1,000 quantities, but you are asking supplier to deliver 50-50 quantity or so. So with that, supplier gets shortened time, then smaller deliveries, which can be spaced out over a long period. So delivery schedule enables vendor to plan and allocate their resources more efficiently. Then types of agreement like contract, we have seen value and quantity contract. So same way, scheduling agreement has two contract, not value and quantity, but different. So you can work with or without release documents in scheduling agreement. This is controlled by document type. So there are two document types, LPA and LP. So you'll see that. So LPA means with release documentation. So the scheduling lines in the system have internal character. This means that you can change them in any way you wish. The schedule lines stored in the system are not transmitted to the vendor until you do so, or you create schedule release. So in LPA, you store that schedule lines in your system, and let's say you want to change, you can change them and then you release that scheduling line to vendor. But with LP, as soon as you save scheduling lines, it will go to the supplier. So the LP is without release documentation. The schedule lines immediately have official character, that is they are immediately transmitted to the vendor the moment you save them. It's again depend on, like, if you have set the transmission time spot for messages, that is message type, I will show you later on. There is no release documentation in this case. So what are the T codes associated with scheduling agreement? So it's the mostly similar T codes that we have seen during contract, that is ME31L. So just that K is replaced with L, or you can use ME31 as well. So these are the contracts and these are the report that we will see going further. Then now we will dive in system and we will see how to deal with scheduling agreements. So first prerequisite, we should have one material and one vendor that I have created. No need to maintain any special views for this. So I have maintained one vendor. So I'm gonna use this material and this vendor for standard company code, plant and purchasing organization. So I have maintained this. The next step is, what all are the options that you use to create scheduling agreements. So these are the optional things you can use. So you can convert scheduling agreement with reference to PR, with reference to RFQ, or with reference to contract. But I'm not going to use this any of this, so I will create it in manually. So four ways you can create scheduling agreement. These are the three, and one is manual with ME31L. And where you have to select your document type, that is LP or LPA. So I will go in system and I will show you there. So I will run here T code ME31L. So once you run T code ME31L, you can see this screen, and this is the very similar screen of contract and what I was talking about. So with the reference of these three, so contract, RFQ and PR, you can create with this. So it just provide details, or just click on, let's say I want to create scheduling agreement with reference to purchase requisition. I will click here and I will provide PR number and click here. It will adopt all data and it will screen will go to the next screen. But I am creating manually, so I will provide details here. So my supplier is this. I will use LP here. Then my purchasing organization is this. Then for 0001 plant, I am creating this scheduling agreement, and my storage location will be RMSL. Then I can provide detail here about material group, if any account assignment or item category involved in your scheduling agreement, you can provide so here or in next screen. So once you provided data here, just press enter. Then again, it's a similar screen like your contract. here you have to provide validity date for your scheduling agreement and rest details if any applicable for you. So in my case, I'm going to provide, let's say, validity and not targeted value here. So I'm just providing validity. In case you have any targeted value, you can provide that, but it's optional. So I'm not considering now for any targeted value. Press enter. So this will be the again similar screen like contract where you can provide details. So if any account assignment or item category associated with your scheduling agreement, you can provide here. If not, rest detail like material, how much quantity you are creating this agreement for, its unit of measure, then its price per single piece, then material group, plant and storage location. It's picked from first screen. If not provided, you have to provide it here. Then press enter. So system will bring all details from whatever resources it has. If it has some master data maintained or any source of supply maintained, system will bring that. Like maybe if PIR is maintained, so price might get picked from there. If not, then whatever you provide, system will accept that. Then here are few tabs that are important. So another one is message type. So that I will show here. So if you want to print the scheduling agreement, you can click here and you can provide. So I will use standard print here, that is NEU. Then my function is vendor and language is English. Press enter. So system will bring your partner associated with this. Then so select line and click on communication method. Then select your printer. So in my case, I will use by default printer, that is LP01. Then click print immediately and release after output. No need to provide any other details. Then go back. Then again select this line and click on further data. So what here you can give on further data, we can select how you want to release your output message, that is a manually or with certain job or automatically, that is fourth option. But here I'm not gonna use any periodic job or any additional time specification job. I will select on transaction so I can show you how that message also get transmitted to vendor or print, whatever it may be. Then go back, again back. So it's again header screen of scheduling agreement. I can go in item screen here. Then you can check other details as well. If release strategy is associated with this scheduling agreement, you can click here. If any account assignment you have provided, you can click here and provide further detail for that. In my case, I'm not giving anything. Also, you can change address here, supplier address where you want to supply this material. So I'm not gonna change that. Then I will save this agreement. So now this agreement is created. Okay, then I will just take a note of this agreement. Okay, then I have created agreement. So now I have to release it. That is the message type. So this is the T code ME9L. So let's see again in system how to release that agreement. Before that, I will open this agreement in ME33L to show you something about message type. So see, I will see this message type as of now is in yellow. This means that it's not processed yet. So because I have selected my own transaction, that's why it's showing me in process. So now I will release that and T code is ME9L. So it's a very similar T codes like ME9F for PO, ME9L, ME9E. So it's better to check. So ME9L, then by default system bring latest agreement here. So check your plant and organization if it is similar and just execute. Once you go here, you will see output message, and this is the important screen here. So just click. In your case, it might be more agreements here, but in my case, it's only one I have created, so it's only one appearing. Then I can click here to check this agreement print, how it will look like. So see, this is just normal one, but in real-time businesses, it will be appropriate one with company logo and all details. But in my case, I am using demo system and demo plant and everything. So it will be the standard one that SAP provide with its standard system. So here you can see like this is the number of scheduling agreement, date, and all details, then what is the BP and its address, then who is the vendor, then what is the delivery address, and valid from and valid till. Then below you will get all details about material, how much targeted quantity, what is the material number, what is the unit, material description, then its price, and what is the total value including tax or excluding tax. It is excluding tax here, so depend on your print configuration. Then from here we release this contract to supplier. Again, it's a depend what you have maintained. In my case, I just maintained print, but if you maintained email, then it will send an email directly from this to the vendor. So it's completely depend. For test, I have selected print because I don't want to send this to anybody. So once you select and click on output, so this tick will go and here green tick will appear. This means that this is sent to the printer that I have selected. In my case, I have selected LP01. Okay, now it's gone. So now if I go in another screen and I check here after refreshing this scheduling agreement, it will show me green as it has been sent to the supplier. Now, not supplier, to the this print, and I can use this much media to send. So it's depend how you have configured. That is the different part. So now I have scheduling agreement. Then my next step is scheduling line. So delivery schedule means here we provide supplier a delivery schedule, like I want this much quantity on this date, and it's completely depend on terms how prior your supplier wanted that delivery line. So maybe your supplier need 1 week after your delivery line to produce that much material before deliver you. So might be that in between timeline is 1 week, so at least 1 week prior you should send schedule line to the supplier. Or maybe if that material is that material required more time, let's say 2 week or 1 month. So it's depend completely how your terms is in between vendor and company. So sorry, it is ME38, by mistakenly I put SE38. So go in system and run T code SE38. Sorry, ME38, again I am doing mistake. Then provide your scheduling agreement number and press enter. Then you can see this is the scheduling agreement. Under that you have the under this scheduling line agreement, you have this line item. If you double click on this line item, here you can provide schedule detail, like on what date you want, how much will be the quantity. If you are very specific about time, you can provide time, or you can skip that. Other way is just open your scheduling agreement in ME33L, and very similar like contract, go in scheduling agreement and follow on function delivery. So select your item and then follow on function and delivery schedule. So it will come to the same screen. Then select your item. So both way you can create, then provide delivery date. So I'm showing it as a demo, so I will select today's date only. Then how much quantity? Let's say in my case I want 30 quantity. Time, I'm not interested. If you are doing some just in time or GTI scenario, then you can use. And then here also same date. Even though you won't provide this date, it doesn't matter. And also I will schedule one for tomorrow's date, so I can show you how system will not allow you for tomorrow. It will allow me to do so only tomorrow. So these two I have created, and rest of all detail system bought here. So total quantity is 40 now. And as soon as you create more lines and how much quantity you consume, it will appear here. Then save it. Also for these scheduling lines, we can maintain message output that I will show you in system. So go here in header, then messages. Again, here nothing is maintained by default in output determination, so I will provide it manually for scheduling lines. This is the standard SAP output type I am selecting, but in real system it might be some configured one, but here I am using standard one. Again same, just I have to provide all details, select here, then again communication method. Then once you appear in the screen, select your printer, then print immediately, leave all the things as it is, then back, then select line and go in further data again, provide here how you want to process. So again I will go with my own transaction, then back, and you can save this delivery. So as soon as you save this delivery, so this is show you it's change this scheduling agreement. So again I will go in this items and we will check print status. So see it's in yellow. What I will do, I will go in next T code and I will release that for supplier with T code ME9E. So run T code ME9E in order to release scheduling lines, not scheduling agreement. Just provide agreement number and execute. So see now these lines appearing here. So just select same way. Again you can display and check. So here you will get one difference. Here you will get delivery schedule with quantity. So see for 12 there is 30 quantity scheduled, and for 13 10 quantity, and so on. Also you will get here how much targeted quantity, so 1000, how much scheduled so far 40, delivered quantity, and last delivery as it's completely fresh, so these two are zero. But if you keep doing it for 3-4 times, you will see the differences here. Again, this is the standard SAP form. It's not customized, but in companies real scenarios you will see very detailed maintained print forms, but it's standard come with SAP, so not maintained that well. It's just some simple form. Then you can output message, so it will send to vendor with delivery schedule. Then once you have delivery, it's pretty straightforward, no PO required. Just take whatever your delivery date, go in system and run Migo and do your GR against scheduling agreement. So I have ran T code Migo. Okay, then nothing need to change, just see if it's a goods receipt. Here purchase order only, for scheduling agreement you will get nothing here. So purchase order, then provide instead of PO your scheduling agreement number here. So I guess in my case it's 5. Yeah. Then movement type will be 101, pretty similar to PO, just instead of PO we are providing scheduling agreement. So if you go here, you will see although I have released for 40 quantity, but today as per my schedule lines only 30 quantities are scheduled, so I can see only 30. So if I go here and I show you delivery schedule, so you can see for today only 30 quantities are scheduled, so system allowing me to do GR only for 30 quantity, although my ordered quantity is 40. So that how you can maintain scheduling agreement and you can do GR against scheduling agreement. Okay, I'm already processing, so I have to go back. All right, so check and save. That's it. So that's how we post agreement. Then go back, and next is your invoice and vendor payment. So I will go in system again, and I will run Miro. That is for invoice. It's pretty similar like what we do for purchase order. Okay, provide all required detail here. Then amount. So no error there now. So you can simulate, or I have post directly, so I will post it directly. Alright, so this is how you can do scheduling agreement depending on your time. So this is the process flow for scheduling agreement. Scheduling agreement with MRP. So for this, I will show you how to use scheduling agreement with MRP, and there are two type of scenario again, but I will show only one. So you can use just in time, and you can schedule your scheduling line with scheduling agreement. So I will show you. So there we should have MRP views maintained in material master. So I will create one material master with MRP views. So I will copy from one existing material. So I should have, I will remove this sales view, but I should have MRP views. So these four views I should have. So I'm copying from this material. This is the plant, and I'm copy for this detail. So yeah. So these are the details that required in material. So here MRP type, you can select whatever is appropriate in your organization case. So I'm maintaining here MRP type PD. Then reorder point might be 100. Then MRP controller 0001, and lot sizing, lot for lot order quantity. Then in MRP2, so I'm making it special. This procurement type must be F, that is procuring from externally. You can use internal or external, it doesn't matter. Then here it's again external procurement I have selected. Then nothing important here. Again, strategy group, depending on your organization, I have selected 30, that is make to order. So by production lot size, then availability check 01, nothing here. Then rest is normal, no change. So I have created this material. So I will just take note of this material. Okay. So now I have completed my prerequisite. So material master should have MRP views here. Then again, this is the optional. You can create with PR, RFQ and city, or maybe with directly ME31L. So I will use here LPA with ME31L. So I will again go in ME31L. Then my supplier would be the same, but document type will be LPA. Then rest details will be the same. Press enter. Then validity, let's say same. Then material will be the different. This will be the my material. Then let's say targeted quantity is 2K. It's just an example. In your case, it might be different. Then press enter. Okay. Again, if you want to set up message, you can set up, but I have already shown in previous video, so I will avoid all that. I will go directly. So yeah, everything is given, then save. So I have created this SA, that is scheduling agreement. I'll just take a note of it for reference. Then something important and different that we won't do. So ME9L to release that, but I don't have message type maintained, so I will skip that. Then you must have an purchasing info record and source list in order to run your contracts through scheduling agreement with MRP. So I will go in system and I will maintain purchasing info record for this. Whatever is here you can select standard or whatever. So I'm maintaining here details. I will maintain only required details and not all. So I have maintained purchasing info record. Then second important thing, we should have source list, and here we define how to create scheduling lines. So I will run the code ME01 for source list. This is my material and this is the plant. Then from when until how long it will be valid. Then who is supplier? Then what is my purchasing organization, unit of measure? Then I should provide here an agreement, that is my scheduling agreement responsible for this. So I will put my scheduling agreement and its item number. Press enter. Then important thing, this MRP. So this decide a lot what this scheduling agreement will create when run with MRP. So here you have three options. First is source list not relevant to MRP, means if you won't maintain anything, it will not consider for MRP. Record relevant MRP, and if you want to create scheduling lines and generate automatically whenever you run MRPs, so you have to select 2 in that case. So I'm selecting 2 and save it. So this is maintained. Now we required schedule. So schedule might come from different resource. It might come from your sales order, from sales area, your production area, or might be from any department, or any way you will get schedule, whatever way. Here I will maintain from production side just for sh showing this scenario. So I'm using this material. So I will maintain some schedule here. So let's say in May I wanted 100 quantity, or maybe let's say 90 quantity. In June I required 100 quantity, and in July let's say I required 150, or just reduce that. Here I will create, let's say 100 every month, let it be, and so on. So you can define your schedule prior, how you gonna utilize materials and all that, at least for 12 months, or depend on your company. But here I am showing, but it not be the same case. In your case, your schedule coming from different area. I am just picking one and I'm maintaining here schedule. So I have maintained schedule. Then run your MRP for that particular material. So this MRP should create schedule lines in background. So how it will create? So you can run your MRP MD03. Then this is the my material MRP area I am not providing. Then this is the important selection here, what you want to do. So these two. So if I go inside, what you want to do, so it shows purchase requisition. If you select one, then it will create purchase requisition only, or purchase requisition in opening period. What this mean? In opening period means what is the current open period is May. So if I am running this MRP, system will create purchase requisition for open period, and for rest it will be depend on this selection. So here what I will do, I will create scheduling lines. So I will select here 3. If I select scheduling lines in open period, it will create, not create PR here, it will create scheduling line. But let's see, system should create PR for open period, and for next 2 months it should create scheduling line. So let's see if it works. So yeah, press enter. Yes. Yeah. So see, I have asked system to show results. So see, for open period, what system have created? Purchase requisition. This is the number of purchase requisition. And here I can see date as well. Then for June and July, system have created, I mean next 2 months, scheduling lines under this, if you can see here, and who will be the vendor and all details are here. If I save it, we can go and check. So I will take note of this document just to check whether system have created all this. So we can go and check in individual transaction. So I will save this. Now if I go back and I will check for PO, so I will run ME53, sorry, I will check for PR, so I will run ME53N, and this is the PR system suggesting me, so I will check that. So see, system have created this PR. For nothing is maintained, so you have to provide details and you can process this. Or you can assign source of supply and you can process this. This is the PR system created. Now it will get converted into PO and everything will happen. Or because for open period we kept PR, that's why system created PR. But let's see what system have created. If system have created scheduling lines in scheduling agreement, so I'm going in scheduling agreement and delivery schedule, and I'm checking if system have created lines or not. Yeah, so here we can check system have created scheduling lines as well. So these are the two scheduling lines here created. But if you notice this, so here dates are these 29/6 and 30, not 1st of June or 1st of July. Why? Because in Material Master we have maintained GR processing time as a 2 days. That's why it is 2 days early in both cases. So system is creating properly scheduling lines or PR using MRP. Then you can release this schedule, and depending on your delivery date you can maintain goods receipt and invoices shown in previous step. So that is how you can use scheduling agreement process with MRP. Also you can maintain same for just in time with certain changes, but I'm not covering that just in time scenario here. So summary for today's topic is what we have seen. So we have seen scheduling agreement process, its relevant T code, and scheduling agreement with MRP. I'm not covering this report and table because it's very easy and I have already covered these reports and table in one table. Maybe you can see EK80 where you can check scheduling lines associated with scheduling agreement, but I am not covering. So we have seen these two processes in this topic. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. If you have any questions, put in comment section and I will try to answer them.